About a month ago, Rabbi Mendy Handel, HaKohen, he asked me to come join the dinner. And I said, it's not so simple, I'm on Shlichus. It's not so simple for me to come. So he sent me planes with bombs. And they forced me to come here. Who could believe that I could say about myself that I came now from a Mokim Mesukun? Tell you the truth, when we came to Moldavia out of Ukraine on Shabbos, we made a hagoimel because we were in a very dangerous place. There were bombs flying a block away from us. The house was shaking. Some windows busted open by us. The Rebbe's picture came off the wall. We put it back up. It was Taka Sakana. L'chatchila, we never had any thoughts of leaving. As everybody knows, the whole world was talking about Lubavitch, the Rebbe's shluchim, their dedication. They were not ready to leave. And I could say it for a fact. Nobody convinced anybody else to stay or not to leave. Everyone came up with this idea. No one came up with an idea. It was just bepashtus. It was just a simple pashut idea. It wasn't an idea. It was just a fact that we're on shlichus. Like one shliach said, we didn't come here as tourists. At one point, we were sitting. We were told not to sit in a room with his windows because the windows could shatter and bust from the pressure of bombings. Rachman al-Islam. So we sat in the hallway. And we camped out in the hallway. We were camping out in the hallway where there's no windows, between the thick walls. And we had a little suitcase ready just in case, chas v'sholem, we have to run out of the building. And at one point, we were reading a sicha from the Rebbe Retze Kinder. And the Rebbe explains about a few sichas about Altira, about the Pesukim Altira. And there the Rebbe explains, what's the hira? What do we learn from the fact that Mordechai Dafke asked 3 children? What would be wrong if he would ask 1 child? Dafke 3. And what's the hira that you learn from the fact that it happened outside? What would be wrong if it would be inside? What do you learn from that? Everything is b'diuk. So there has to be a hira even from such details. And the Rebbe says in that sicha, that the reason why he asked 3 children is to show that it's not by chance that 1 child is a pesat tzaddik, a yotzim in a klal, and he's the one who has the idea. It's everybody. Everybody is in the same. We all have the same ideas in our heads, the same chinuch. That's why he dafka asked 3 children. And the reason why it happened outside, that shows that it's not something that you prepared. It's something that came b'pashtus. You asked by chance. You met somebody in the street, and that's the answer. And everyone has the same answer. That the Rebbe ki imanu keil, al tirim pachat pisaim, etc. So as I was reading it, I was telling the kids, look, we're all here, and all the shluchim are here until the bomb started getting closer. But at that point, it was we heard the bombings a little bit from further away. It wasn't a block away. It was maybe a 20-minute drive away. But all the shluchim, no one was thinking of leaving at that point. The Shabbos, when it all started 11 days ago, the Shabbos, it was still possible to go to shul. We went to shul, and we had a Verbringen, wie es darf zu sein. But the next day, we already could not leave the house, and we were stuck till Wednesday when it was getting to go closer, and then finally we got out, Baruch Hashem. So I was saying, the fact that we're here, and all the shluchim, all the cities are here, nobody convinced anybody, nobody called up anybody else if this is the right thing to do. The first question, everyone had in mind that this is what you have to do. We're here, we're on shlichus. And the same like the Rebbe says in the Sikha. I would apply the same idea for the Yeshiva Tomchei Tmimim in Queens, that the same chinuch, the same shnit, and the same ideas that's the atmosphere in the Yeshiva It goes for every single child. You have all kinds of children, but they all have the same chassidishkeit. I feel that my kids, starting from the first class with Rabbi Sharf, and they were going around in Gola still that year, was it 10 years ago? 11 years ago. And then my other children who were in Queens and in Poconos, one of my children is now back in Queens as a Shliach. And I'm preparing the next one, 14-year-old, for Mr. Shem to come. He was going to do it next year, but Rabbi Sharf, you have to find a place for me now. I'm here. What should I do? So I feel that they're like the Rebbe said, as Chabad is b'teicha onon. When the Yidden were 40 years in the onon, they were protected. Begashmis, beruchnis. That's what it feels like. And it's very special. I feel obligated to the yeshiva. I'm not saying this because I'm holding a mic. I'll say it anytime. Take away the mic, I'll say the same thing. I really feel an obligation to the yeshiva. And I feel that the atmosphere of the yeshiva, and taka, like we heard before from Rabbi Sharf, the simcha in the yeshiva, is hard to find everywhere. You don't find it in every single place. It's really special. In any case, back to our journeys. On Wednesday, this past Wednesday, we realized that we have to go. My wife has she wrote into the Igres, she wrote in a letter in the name of us all that about leaving, what to do. And on one side of the page was about Magbira Hatzura Lachaimer, putting up Ruchnius, spirituality over Gashmius, which I take it as a hint that since we had to leave everything behind us, we took only a little bit. So I took it as a hint about that. And then the other side, it was speaking about Yud Beis Tammuz and Nisim L'mayla Min HaTeva. And Baruch Hashem, we went through and we came out, and all the other shluchim, Baruch Hashem, also slowly but surely, everybody's on the way out. And we have a lot to be thankful for. And at the same time, we have our prayers. Please continue your tehillim for all the Yidden that are still there, many of them that I personally dealt with every single day in the last years. And there's some of them are still there. Baruch Hashem, a lot of them left. And we have to ask Hashem that they should all come out safely. Now, I could have brought right now, unfortunately, there's a lot of bricks lying around in Kharkov. But I couldn't take so much. So even though a lot of people asking me, many people ask me in the streets now here that I'm here, I came last night, asking me, what do you need? How can I help you? But I'll tell you a very simple thing. What do I need? I need that my children should have a good chinuch, and they should, mit Hashem, also be on shlichus. And the shlichus, there's so many ways of shlichus heintikateg. As long as they're connected to Ilana Dechaya, doing the right thing, that's what I need. So therefore, with all my situation, there's no question in my mind that I am going to be looking for to get a hold at least of one brick for the yeshiva. And it should be Ba'atzlacha Rabbah.